Hey, welcome back. It's your paternal family member one more time. Um, so it is November 19th for me. And what that means is Black Friday is coming up. Uh, it's like less than a week away. And usually there's like a cyber week or really just a whole month of just sales and discounts and whatnot. And because of that, it's easy to fall into this trap of like, oh my goodness, this plugin is 90% off. I gotta get it. You ain't gotta do all that. I gotta say that a lot of people probably do fall into the trap of buying something that they wouldn't have otherwise been interested in just because it's on sale. And that's not just for plugins, but I mean, in the context of this video, obviously, I'm looking at like music software and plugins and stuff like that. A lot of companies want to dump their software on you. This is the best time of year to do it because we're vulnerable. We're like, oh snap, it's a sale. This is 90% off. Let me get it. And then you get a plugin that you don't ever use, or you get software that you're never going to actually use effectively. One thing that I do want to put emphasis on though is the free stuff. There's always some free stuff that you can take advantage of, and you can get everything, almost everything you need out of the stuff that's completely free. And what I was looking at earlier is Native Instruments because I obviously have been using their stuff for years, and that's where I get most of my software and clearly a lot of my hardware. Um, and they have revamped the Complete Start bundle, which is just free music production software. It's nice. It has instruments in it, it has effects in it, and I think it's perfect for beginners. And if you don't have like the budget to go drop in hundreds and thousands of dollars of your hard-earned doubloons just to make some music that sounds good, you can use Complete Start. So I did a video on Complete Start earlier this year, like back in like February or March or whatever. You can go check it out. I made a beat with all free software. I Most of it was Complete Start, if not all. And they have since redone the package. They've added things to it and switched a couple of things around. And I want to show y'all here. We'll get on their website and show you. And then I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to make a beat with only Complete Start stuff. So yeah, I pulled it up here. You can see it's Complete Start. It's free music production software. They've added Ozone 11 EQ, which is pretty big. This past year, Native Instruments and Izotope are now the same company. They merged. So you get the benefit of having Ozone and the other Isotope uh, software within the Native Instruments ecosystem. Now, I will probably end up putting this on like a master or something. I don't know. I haven't really messed with the Ozone 11 EQ very much. I have Ozone 9, I think. Um, they've come out with like two Ozones within the past like 2 years or year. I don't know. So I'll check out Ozone 11 probably while I'm using this beat. But it has instruments and effects in it. Here are the instruments. You got Haifa in there, which is a really cool synthesizer instrument. Uh, Really cool. It's wow. I didn't know it was optimized for polyphonic aftertouch. That's cool. Anyways, Haifa's in here. It's probably the instrument that I'm going to use the most as far as like the main idea of my beat. But for the other instruments that are within the Complete Start package, you got Analog Dreams, which is a good vintage sounding like layered synthesizer instrument. You got Ethereal Earth, which is good for like soundscape type stuff. I haven't really used Ethereal Earth that much. I might get into it. You get the Factory Selection 2, which has a bunch of contact instruments. You just kind of get like a good like sample of instruments from Contact 7. And then you got Irish Harp. It's really cool. I played with it a little bit. I haven't really messed with it that much, and if I did, this will be a completely different video. It's That thing is pretty in depth. And then you got the Yangshin. I think that's how you say it. I'm not completely sure. Um, it's a Chinese dulcimer instrument. It sounds really cool. I could make some really cool trap beats with both of these instruments, but I am not going to get into that today. I'll probably make some more lo-fi. Now for effects, you got like we talked about earlier, Ozone EQ from Ozone 11. That's big. That's one of the best EQs in the game. It's gonna be Ozone. Everybody uses it for mixing and mastering and whatnot. You got Realm. Is it Realm? Realm? I don't know. Anyway, I use this reverb exclusively. Like it's the only reverb I use. It has a bunch of presets and it has completely like controllable parameters in it. Supercharger used to be the only compressor that I used, but I have since moved on to to catch the compressor illness and using a million different compressors and always looking at the new ones. But Supercharger is really cool. It's a very nice compressor. You got Replica. It's a delay. I have had it for years, but I hardly ever use it, to be honest. Then then there's the Guitar Rig 7 player. This is upgraded from the Guitar Rig 6 player. It has extra effects, cabinets and stuff like that. You can run guitars through it, but you can also run other instruments through it and use the different components within it to modify your sound. So you don't have to use it with just guitars. I do run my guitar through it sometimes because it's just really cool. I like amp simulators. And finally, we have Vinyl, which is another plugin from Izotope. It's always been free, as far as I know, but it's really good to. It's a really good. It's a really good alternative to what is it, RC20. It's a really good alternative to RC20. I normally use Cymatics Origin, which is free, but today I'll probably end up using Vinyl and see what that's like. It's a lo-fi plugin and I make lo-fi music, so I'm gonna see how that goes. I've never used Vinyl before, so I'm kind of excited for that. But yeah, that's what you get. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff in Complete Start, and you have everything you need to make at least make a beat, and that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to make a simple little lo-fi beat, cook up real quick, and it's gonna be 100% free 99. So let's get started with that, and we'll go from there. She's arrived. I'm just getting started, and here she is. I ain't even got the chord progression down. What's up, man? Starting out, I am using Haifa. I'm going presets all the way on this. It's the Reflections preset. I believe that's under. I think that's under the piano and keys uh, sounds. But yeah, I'm using Haifa. It's pretty solid. I like the UI. I mean, why wouldn't you? How could you not? Look at this. What are you doing? Stop. We'll do it like that. So we have chord progression. Just what is that? 1 6 4 5. All right, I got my bass. That's a bass from Haifa. Another preset is the sub bass preset. And then next, I'll throw some drums on it. Like this is literally just a quick little beat, and it's already sounded pretty solid, and it's free. You're on the space bar. Did you know that? You're on the space bar? You have no idea what you're doing. You can be right here. I just gotta move my keyboard. All right, so I have drums. I'm using this is I'm pretty sure this is from Contact Factory Selection. I'm not 100% positive, but hey, Uh, I think it is. I think so. It's the Beats sample from Beats out of Contact Factory Select. I don't know for sure, man. I really don't. I went into Contact and I was like, sound type, drums, Contact, Contact, all banks, Beats, and Color Fever. Like I don't own Contact. I This comes with the free player as far as I know. And I'm gonna use it for some lo-fi first. I'm gonna put supercharger on here. I'm gonna compress these drums a little bit, make them sound a little bit fatter. Right. So I put vinyl on here. It's just playing my stuff through a record player, and I like what vinyl has to offer. And there's a lot of different parameters to it. It's kind of like so obviously it's like an alternative to RC20, which I think is only $50, but this is free. And it kind of puts me in the same mindset of Cymatics Origin, which I talk about all the time on this channel. I use it a lot to make my lo-fi sounds, but vinyl is a good solid alternative. I like this, and you can do a lot with it. It's very useful, clearly, and I might use it more. I probably will end up using it more. But I put it on my main chord progression instrument on hi-fi, and it sounds pretty great. Boom, got a drum pattern. I'm using a synth. This is free with Contact 7 player. It's from the Synths Bank. It's retro something. Retro, what was it? It's a preset, and I didn't do anything to it, and I like it. This is the retro mono preset. Pretty solid, and it goes pretty well in the beat. I think I'll add vinyl to it as well, just kind of subtle to make this a little more like some warping to it, I guess. Look, that quick, that easily. Well, I mean, we only have 4 groups. I used 4 instances of an instrument. And I didn't even use a lot out of Complete Start. I used hi-fi twice for the chord progression and bass, and I used the Contact Factory Selection twice. That's it. And there's other stuff in here. There's like there's more instruments that I didn't even download to my computer. You got Analog Dreams, which is a huge Play Series instrument that I could have definitely used in this. This wasn't even challenging. The only challenging thing for me was not falling into my normal habits of using the other instruments and like software that I'm used to using that's paid for. But as far as like free stuff, like this was easy. I made a quick little lo-fi idea, and what are you doing? She just jumped up on top of my laptop. I don't know why. Can you not? Anyway, for free music production software, this is fire. This is a blast. Can you quit? Um, I made a quick little lo-fi beat. Obviously it's not finished. I can add more parts to this and more melody and whatnot. But just to show you what I could do really quickly with 2 instances each of 2 different components of this bundle of music production software for free. And that's just my like part of my little PSA, not to fall into the Black Friday trap of buying so many plugins and all these deals and whatnot just because stuff is on sale. But yeah, I was able to make this little sounds nice, like I'm underwater or something like that. I like it a lot. Hypha pulled through, Contact pulled through, Native Instruments pulled through, as always. And I mean, I know I'm a big Native Instruments nerd, obviously. On the machine, I got my complete control, old keyboard right there, even though I got my micro Korg over there in the corner. But like I said before, I did a video about Complete Start earlier this year, and I made a whole beat with just free software. And I think it was all Complete Start. I'm not completely sure. I might have used a couple other things like Keybase or something like that. But as far as this goes, look, I almost have a whole beat idea at least, just from free music production software that you can go get on Native Instruments website right now. I'm not sponsored. I just kind of vibe with the fact that I can get free stuff online and make stuff with it. So yeah, check it out. I mess with it. I vibe with it, and there's other free stuff too. I'll see if I can throw some other like links to some free software in the description. That way you can check it out. But yeah, if you're a beginner or if you don't know much about beats and you don't want to drop a lot of money on trying to have like nice, super, really expensive software, you don't have to. Um, it's a good way to kind of dip your toe into it and see if it's for you, or get some other ideas. When you're using different tools, you kind of can get different inspiration. So if you're stuck in habits because you've been using the same stuff over and over and over again, branch out, try to use something different, see if that sparks some creativity. It can be really nice. But yeah, I think it's pretty solid. um I'm rambling at this point. I'm just having a blast chilling with the cat. So if you enjoyed the video, if you appreciated it at all, consider subscribing to the channel. You can also find my music pretty much everywhere you listen to music, be that Spotify or Apple Music or whatever. I got music on TikTok and Snapchat and stuff too, man. Check that out. But yeah, Daddy's working on everything, and hopefully I'll catch y'all on the next one. But yeah, it's been fun.